Today we're going to be looking at identifying active voice verbs and identifying passive voice verbs. So with active and passive voice, what we're really looking at is to see who is doing the action and if it is the subject of the sentence or not. So here you can see that yesterday Daniela made the smoothies. We know that Daniela is the one who went through, did the action of making the smoothies, which means that this sentence is written in active voice. So here, my teacher will grade. The teacher is the one who's going to doing the grading of those projects. Passive voice can either show that something's being done to the subject. So here I have the smoothies were made by Daniel in the kitchen. Now the smoothies are the subject of the sentence, but since they are not the ones who are doing the making, this is a passive voice sentence. Same with our projects will be graded by my teacher after school. The projects aren't the ones that are doing the grading. They're the one who are receiving the grading. Now, in academic writing, we want to try and do as much active voice as possible. It makes our sentences quite a bit stronger and, as you can see, less wordy as well. So these first two bubbles are actually pretty simple. It's just going to ask you to locate the verbs in the sentence. So here we have Tina Fey has gathered all the flowers from the front yard. So our subject, Tina Fey, what has she done? She has gathered. What did she gather? The flowers. Those are our objects. Samwise Gamgee often reads his graphic novels by the light of the moon. Him reading is the action that's happening in the sentence. The magician told Andy to concentrate on swinging the pocket watch. The magician tells, that's our action. When riding his scooter, Pumbaa always wears light-up sneakers. What is Pumbaa doing? He's wearing the sneakers. So you can see active voice sentences are very much like the ones you've probably written most of your sentences. They're also tend to be simpler sentences like what you maybe would have seen in elementary school. Now, the passive voice sentences that we're going to get to next you can see how the sentences become a little bit more wordy. So here I have, tomorrow morning Cedric Diggory's bubblegum statue will be mailed to the White House. Now, the subject of our sentence here is Cedric Diggory's bubblegum statue. This is the subject of the sentence. Our verb is will be mailed, so we have the helping verbs, will and be, to the White House. Now, it's important to realize that this is passive voice because the statue cannot do the mailing. It can't go and ship itself at the post office. Once a month, my youth football team is coached by President Snow. So my youth football team is our subject, is coached is our verbs, and then we have who is technically doing the coaching. So if we were to switch the sentence to active voice, it would be once a month, President Snow coaches my youth football team. So you can see how this is a little bit more wordier, a little bit more clunky, which is why we want to avoid passive voice whenever possible when we are writing our papers. You'll also notice that passive voice verbs often have helping verbs with them. So here we have are made instead of just made. I hope this is helpful for you for understanding active and passive voice. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.